So I'm just after a heavy practice session. I've perhaps been playing for half an hour, maybe even longer. And what's happened in that time is that I've been blowing warm, wet air into the pipe bag. That air is going to go through the drums, and because the drums are going to be cold to touch, you could be playing in a cold, St. Patrick's Day in New York or something. So what's going to happen is that moisture is going to condense on the wood and then probably drop down the drums. So this will go into the hemp, it'll expand the hemp, and you're going to increase the pressure in the joints. You can also get, a warm, moist environment is going to allow bacteria to grow, for example. So it's very important that you remove all the moisture from the pipes after any practice session. So the routine that I would follow is that I want to get, I would play a sheepskin bag, but we've also got a synthetic bag here, so we'll cover both options. So the first thing I'm going to do is we've got this zip and Velcro. We're just going to try and get access to the inside of this bag, and whether it's a synthetic bag or a sheepskin or leather bag, you want to get the skin of the bag nice and dry. So again, we've got access to the centre of the bag, just let the air get at the inside of the bag to allow this to dry out. Then turning to the drums here, we might find that because of the moisture in here, this is a little bit tight. So what we don't want is to become so tight that it could actually crack a joint. And where the area in the pipes most susceptible to this is going to be the blowpipe and the blowpipe stock. Now obviously you're blowing your moist breath down the blowpipe and into this stock, so it's going to gather at this point. So what I would do is remove the blowpipe, and you'll see this is probably soaked with moisture. So we want to leave that out to dry, and that will ensure that we don't put too much pressure and crack this stock. Again, leave the pipe chanter out in a reed protector, and then just loosen all the different parts of the pipes, so we're getting air circulating around every single section of the bagpipes. If I had reeds in here as well, I wouldn't want moisture gathering up on the reeds. So again, I would be leaving these out with the reeds in, making sure they don't get knocked in any way. And then using a different selection of brushes, we can then, remove the moisture a lot quicker. So the biggest brush will go through these joints, so do all the tenor tops. And then we'll do the bass top. And I've got the mid joint, so I've got different size of brushes here. So this can do the top section of the mid joint, and then this one will do the bottom section of that. So again, finally we'll just do the stocks. And if you've got a canister system, you might need to dry the crystals or granules or whatever it is that does the drying mechanism within that. So once I've removed the moisture as much as possible, then it's just a case of leaving them out to dry. So perhaps for an hour, I'll leave the pipes in this kind of a state, just to make sure everything's nice and dry and we're not creating any pressure within the joints. Then after that, it's just a case of assembling everything back together again. So the actual time that it's taken me to do this, it's no more than a couple of minutes. So, but it's such an important part. And if you spend £1,000, $2,000 on a set of pipes, you're going to want to maintain it, so you don't have to get replacement parts made. You don't want to have that problem of a joint cracking. So a couple of minutes, we've probably maintained our pipes. And as long as we get into that routine after every major practice session or every playing session, we're going to look after our pipes and make sure they last for as long as possible.